Mottral into goal.
Great ball!
Cut away in through the offside.
That's a great
That is a boundary there. Well played off the back foot there from Holzer. Used the pace of the ball. Bit short there from Mottral. And it gets the boundary.
It looks like he's getting a bit tired, boys.
Mottral won't be too happy with that. Let's see how he responds.
Well, we saw him respond last time with a dot ball.
He's going
Around the wicket.
He's going left arm around the wicket to
get a
the
bit more.
right-hander.
He might get a bit of more.
Holds on strike. He's been there since the start. He's really got to keep going. Mottral bowls and play away from the
that
right.
was a jumper.
Bit of a shaky.
That was an absolute
Bit
failure.
of a shaky defense there.
These cracks are
Jumping
going to
back.
produce some absolute carnage here. Carnage. We're going to see the Yarrambat.
What are your thoughts on that patch on the green patch on the pitch there?
Well, it gets a bit of seam in and a bit of bounce.
Zoom in on it. Zoom in on it.
Just zoom in on that patch there.
There it is. You can't see it, and you must have some sort of seeing problem. As Mottral into bowl when he does come in eventually. Playing for Duckworth there, the wicketkeeper. Two slips in the gully. Point cover middle. Middle and square leg final leg. Mottral bowls.
And leg side.
Down the leg side.
That's over.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
lucky.
Come on. And we're back here from Yarrambat.
The music makes it look good.
We're back at the Cracknell Reserve.
Big Jack.
Big all Jack Keneally. Charging down with some off spin.
Security is breached.
It's Luke.
Go away.
It's Luke.
Is it bowling?
And Keneally bowls.
Luke's boarding.
And defending for no run.
We have been running thinking
Cocky.
He did.
Come on, Rustin.
Keneally in once more. Play away to the leg side, pass Cole to short leg. It'll just be the one.
So I see Andrew Carter's being kicked out of the booth.
Yes,
I'm not going to let him in back in.
Oh, Justin, shoot it. Smack him across the chops.
As Keneally into bowl.
Great spinner.
Oh,
Good
These
desperation.
cracks are going to be...
Well filled there mid on
by
Wilson. Leading from the front with the first over of the match. Evas got Panton started. As Keneally in again. And plays off the back foot and got through forward point there.
That's gone away.
Big chase. And 4 runs.
That was a marvelous shot.
So, an important boundary here for the bats. They need to keep going.
Let's go. I got Chukka.
Luke, have a sip, please.
I'm Chukka Wilson. Good Chukka.
Alright, so we'll continue
Catch your
on.
bowling.
Keneally into bowl. And
Oh,
defended for no
very
run.
solid defense there, boy.
Oh, what's the time?
Holes are there on strike.
What's the time? Ryan, what's the time?
They keep hot. Bowls. And play away to the offside. Field it at point, and there is no run at it. The over.
Oh, what's the time? Yeah, I'll keep playing. I believe in that.
What are you doing? Back at the
Here we
game.
are back at PHCC with these cracks.
Chukka doesn't want you playing music, do you?
Change to the bowling. Lee
Chuck, you don't want me to play, do you?
Donaldson into the attack. Replacing Mottral.
What are your thoughts on this game so far, Pie Man?
Oh, look, it's in an even contest so far. Bats had the start. The Hills then brought on the collapse. Then Yarrambat got back in it, but Panton Hill have worked their way back to being on top. And an important partnership here. Holds the key. He's been there since the start. He opened the batting, and he is really leading the side from the front. Lee Donaldson, the bowling change. He holds an important part in this.
Lee Donaldson.
Donaldson in. Driven away, past Gully, and now we'll get to the boundary.
4 more. Oh, not pleasing at all. Got to come up with a plan here. They could really do a huge damage. And remove Yarrambat for 150 or so.
Donaldson bowling. Play away through gully, but no run at it. Who is it? See if Panton Hill maybe do need just a wicket here, just to make sure they keep the pressure on. The tea break coming in not many overs time. Donaldson.
Oh!
Fisher's at it. He's not quite quick enough. Donaldson. That's what makes batsmen play them. He's just a medium pace to medium fast. It really does get the batsman entitled to play at it.
Yes, I think the key is Donaldson's off break ball, the one that comes back into the right hander. That is his key ball. His other ball, they're just a straight ball, and that's not as dangerous.
Donaldson bowls. And that one cramped him up. That may have been the off break. But a good over from Donaldson there.
Definitely. This is Channel 8.
Round the globe.
24-hour sports channel.
If you're watching this, well, thanks. We need all the viewers we can get. We want more though. So get your friends to tune into Channel 8. Especially when we've got people like Jack Keneally, Matthew Duckworth, Greg Wilson, all and more of your favourite players here on Channel 8. It's defended there. I'll hold us up. Keneally still put it on a fair good line length. Six for 145. Keneally. Defended again. Must be long before the break.
And I think it'll be a very welcome break for the Yarrambatians. They've lost those early wickets. They've lost well, they didn't lose early wickets. But after a great start, they lost those wickets. And now they're just looking to get to lunch, reflect on what's happened in this session, and really look to boost the score to 250.
Well, look for about 250 as driven away. That'll be 4 more. Well played the offside. He moves to 64 now, Hollis up. And he's really been the key batsman in this innings ever since they lost the wickets of Leonard and Meredith, Wilson, Stewart. Ever since they lost them, they've needed a key batsman, and they've got one in Hollis.
Here we go. Keneally in.
Play away. And no run.
So,
Keneally. Aggressive shot played. They'll be to the deep backward square. And past Mochel. How many times will you be able to see that? Mochel misfilling a simple one there.
dear me. 4 more.
That's a big of a let-off because they weren't exactly doing that well, the bats. And they've gotten an extra 3 runs. And the last thing the Hills wanted to do was get sloppy and cost themselves some runs, getting the Yarrambat up to a good score. Olsen in. Play away to Gilmore.
This is Channel 8.
Chukka Wilson here with Pie Man. Unfortunately, Jumpin Jones is not with us today.
Or Ken Plantageman.
As Dalton balls. Justen B on the boundary. Also, we'll try and get him in the studio a bit later. But Donaldson just plugging away. Possibly looking for the outside edge to Duckworth or the end of the two slips. He bowls. And away. No single taken. Wilson there mid on. Coming for the pavilion end. Lee Donaldson. Fishing at that one. Not collecting the edge or the face of the bat. Going through to Duckworth.
Duckworth there keeping. Chris Dorr, Jack Keneally.
Stuart Coles. Gilmore there at cover. Donaldson bowls. Framed up, but still played away comfortably for no run. On the leg side, Greg Wilson there. And Will Wenborn. Lee Donaldson.
The lunch break is upon us soon.
Again playing inside the off stump. Now, maybe it's not that close to the lunch break because they don't seem to be content with what they've got. They want a few more runs before the break.
Yes, well, I'm looking at the clock and it's just about time for the lunch break.
A couple more overs still though.
I don't think so. Let's see, no, I'd say this is about it. I'd say we've got about 1 minute, one over.
This could easily be the last over. And that's why there is a change in the bowling.
So, change Lee Donaldson being put out to mid wicket.
Are you surprised they got Keneally off?
Yes and no. I feel that when it was time for Wilson to come back in, so Greg Willow Wilson, about to bowl.
Away. Wilson back after his opening spell, which he had to bowl to Leonard and Halizer, who did the job early on. They got a 50-run opening partnership.
Wilson into bowl.
Play back to the bowler. Not long before the lunch break. The crowd getting starting to get a bit restless. A big crowd here today, coming for the semi-final. The last game for one of these two teams.
Definitely. Crowd coming in, huge numbers.
Also content with just playing it away. No flashy shots near this stage. He's done a terrific job. He survived the knee ball and now he's starting to cash in, and I think he's on the cards for a big score.
This guy,
Halizer, yes. The opening batsman.
Halizer, he's worked hard, this guy.
Wilson in. Halizer defends again. 4 deliveries in a row where he's done that, so that's what Wilson prefers to do. He doesn't like the batsman leaving too much.
Yes.
He prefers him playing at it, where he can get some away movement, he can get the outside edge. That's why he's still got a slip in a gully.
Coming towards the end of the session.
Ty Gilmore there at cover. Plenty of work's been done on him this season. He's really been the key player that's been introduced into the ones, other than Glenn Mochel, the youngster, 15-year-old. He's done a fantastic job for the club as Wilson into bowl. And tucked away. Mochel's not going to bother chasing after that. That's racing away along the boundary. Into the fence here, right of the pavilion. 4 more runs added. The other from the hills. As they continue to play.
Definitely coming towards the end. We can't be far away from the end of the session.
I think the umpires are looking for 40 overs, more so than time.
Yeah, so we could be here by 6:30 tonight.
Of course, we'll be here all the way. Channel 8 News follows straight after the cricket. Yarrambat continuing to soldier on in the semi-final match. Donaldson in. Left alone. During the lunch break, we have more commentary talk along with highlights of a archived match. As Donaldson in. Pads down to Aiken fine leg region. When one picks up inside the ropes or boundary, and it's 2 more added. If they can get 1 more before the break, they can feel satisfied from this session of cricket.
Definitely. But where is that wicket going to come from?
Will be from Lee Donaldson, who's coming in for the pavilion. Fireman to the leg side. They'll look for 2. And they'll find 2, at least. That's 4. I'm pretty sure. Let's work the umpire's decision. 4 unsignalled. So Winwood almost did that perfectly. But the boundary's away, and Panton are starting to leak out some runs towards the end of the session. 24-hour sports coverage here.
Yes, after this game there'll be the sports wrap-up from the week end, and then plenty more sport where that come from. Of course, this is the luncheon break, and we'll have some classic cricket ready for you as soon as it gets prepared.
But of course, we've still got the end of this session, the main reserve semi-final, like in the Cracknell Reserve, as Donaldson in. And taken by Duckworth up to the stumps. Doesn't seem like Donaldson's trying to generate much pace here, that's why he's got Duckworth up to the stumps, but Keneally staying back as a regulation first slip.
Yes, I've noticed that the crowd's starting to die down a bit. There's plenty of chatter. They know that this is... Welcome back to the Cracknell Reserve. I'm Chukka Wilson. With me is special esteemed commentator, Hi Man. Here we go. Wilson into bowl.
Playing miss there.
And we got a special guest in the commentary box. We got
Jonty Rushton from the under 12 side who finished last. They finished last, more or less. We'll explain about under 12s in our club wrap, which is tomorrow. The club wrap, where we explain every team and what they did as Wilson to bowl. And defended. Picked up by Coles in the alley and no runners added. Donaldson to bowl. Left alone by Oliver on 82 at the moment. Pinky's partner's on 23.
So a good partnership has been building by Yarrambat.
Yes, this one is 59. They're half of the innings.
Definitely carrying the Yarrambat hopes and dreams on their shoulders here.
Some charges in.
And
Down the pads, it's close. Outside the line, maybe he was hit. Well, look at that little replay.
yeah,
Just a bit outside.
mighty close.
As Wilson into bowl. Drives in the air. Very straight and safely as you like.
Slams it into the Panton Hotel sign. 4 more.
167 for 6.
Who is it? Who? Are you alone? Not out.
Andy over there.
So, the first over after the return.
6 for 171. Eliza 86. Sorry, not Eliza. Holzer, that's it. Holzer on 86 and Hank on 23.
So,
Donaldson continuing.
Panton right arm, medium fast.
Duckworth staying up to the stumps. Hit the back foot.
That
That
should be out. Oh, God, give it out. You lousy umpire.
Well, that is an absolute shocker there from the umpire. Donaldson cannot believe it. I completely agree with him. That is hitting not too far away from halfway up.
He had to have hit it, otherwise it is just plum salmon trout.
Well, whatever you want to call it, Hank was done and dusted. The umpire's giving him a life, perhaps.
This could cost Panton Hill.
Donaldson in again. Just there. 6-1, 6-7. Donaldson in. Getting hit on the leg, so they're not finding too comfortable. Donaldson needs to keep playing away if he wants a wicket at offside field. Comes in. By way to the sweeper, a deep cover point. Next score to 1-6-8. Hank on to 24. And leg side again. This could be a bye. Bye there. Donaldson bowls. Wide the stumps, look away. There you're up.
End of the over. It is what? What's the score?
Score 169 for 6. With Hank on 24th, Holzer on 86. Game the balance here. The Hills do need a wicket though. The biggest partnership of the innings is the current one.
And how much is that partnership worth?
Partnership is now worth 60. Wilson. Getting the legs, this is close.
Oh dear. Umpire unwilling to give it out. Come on.
Yeah, I think that one was a bit more fair decision. But Panton showing their frustration with those appeals. They want a wicket here. Game in the balance at the moment. Wilson charging in once more from the Roger end. Chopped on. Coles picks up in the gully. Third over since the tea break. 10-0 bowling, led by Greg Wilson. Flyweight through point, but no runs at it. 6169.
Yes. Too quickly.
Let's work up to the stumps once more. And the batsman allowing Chukka to take that one.
That's until it focuses. No, it's fine. That's the Cracknell reserve.
What a ground to be at. The home of semi-final number 1, Panton v Yarrambat. Driven. Shoot to the boundary. Also not having too many problems there. Into the 90s.
Incredible shot. What's the score going to?
173.
Excellent.
So let's get back to his trusty line and length. Trusty bowls. Get 2 mid on. And the over. The over semi-final on today. Murder being the crowd and all scores of that and other semi-final scores. Channel 8 Sports News after the news, which is after the cricket.
Right you are. Pie Man.
Benson Beatty on the boundary. We're still trying to get to him.
Yes, he's been sitting there in the boundary waiting to be called up. You there? There, Beatty. Bishop Benson Beatty. No. No response.
Two signal taken. Watson's not the first person you take. Inks down. But not for the count. He moves on to 25. What a century brought up for him. Bats 174 for 6. Tucked away. No runs conceded. Ball there at forward square. Almost at the mid-wicket.